So after that audition, I think I did online auditions. Here's the one thing that I don't like about online auditions, right? Is that firstly you have to post the video. Generally I don't like saying that I'm going to audition. I'll rather say afterwards. But now if you post it online, then everybody sees, okay, so and so has done this audition. I don't like it. And then the other thing is you have to get your friends, the people on your social media, to sort of like boost up your video, like tag, comment, share and everything. I'm like, just judge me on my talent. If it's not good enough for you, then move on. Why do I have to now keep asking people to promote it? That's the thing that I don't hate about online auditions. So I did the Ignite, Lindelani Mkhize Ignite something something, which didn't happen, well, which I wasn't taken for, that's what I mean. And I also did the Voice. Okay, so the Voice, before they do the auditions, they contact the local people in that area, I think people that they have relationship with, and then they ask them to recommend certain individuals which they think are talented, you know, to pre-audition sort of. So I got that call, and Cassie, thank you Cassie was the one who recommended me. So I sent in my video, and they sent an email back and said they've got too much competition, you know, like the bar is set high up there. So unfortunately I didn't make it, but I was okay. Like, at least they sent an email, you know, to say, girl, you didn't make it, instead of just ignoring whatsoever. So yeah, so I did those two auditions. Then afterwards, again, these are just auditions that I can remember from the top of my head. Then recently, the ones that I've done is the Clash, not the Clash, the Gospel Goes Classic Choir. That's one of the recent auditions that I've done. Gospel Goes Classic Choir, as well as the Spirit of Praise. So the one thing that I've realized about gospel choirs and the auditions is that they like abantu abahlabelelayo. They like abantu abahlabelelayo, and when you audition, you need to have, you know, you need to hit those notes high up there. If you just come here with Kosiami, your soft voice, subtle and all of that, it's just like, nah. But I think it also goes with that mentality that, you know, when you sing high up there, that's when the anointing and the spirit, you know, floods and everything. So I don't know, I feel like my voice is not for that. Like, it's soft and subtle. But anyway, so I did Gospel Goes Classic Choir, and so there was Lobabalo, who was part of the production team. He listens to the auditions, and then he comes back and tells us, like those who are waiting to still audition, comes back and tell us, do this, don't do that. So he comes to us and he says, don't start the song high up there, because they changed the key, you know, by I news. So start with the key that you're comfortable with, and that, you know, with you you can still go further. I'm like, okay, I'll start with the comfortable key, and I think I sang, yeah, I started there because I knew I can still go up. So I sing that, and the judge, which I shall not name, he's like, okay, can you sing your Alpha and Omega? And then they started playing it in their own key, and then I jump onto that, and they just kept taking it up and up and up and up. And in the end, he's like, you know, you have a beautiful tone, but I feel like you're just a lazy soprano. And that was it. That was the end of the audition. But so there were 2 rounds actually. So the other 2 judges that were with him were just like, okay, let's give her another shot. I don't think he wanted to give me another shot, but the two judges that were with him was like, okay, let's give her another round, put her in the group with other people and see how she performs. So then we had to wait. We were in the group with other people, and we were given a song to learn. I mean, like, I think 10 to 15 minutes, and then each person had to lead a certain part, and from there they chose the people that were going to be part of the choir, and I never made it. And It's so funny because the walk afterwards, it's like, I don't want to say it's the walk of shame, but when you're not taken, because when we were going back home, we were just like walking in a group, and we just like, you know what, it wasn't our time, there's gonna be other auditions, we are just not what they are looking for. Jay, we're sort of comforting each other. But Uzi, when you go back to endlini in your room, you're gonna have some ice cream and just let it all out, let it all out. Yeah, which is kind of something that I still go through and I struggle with, especially because if you don't have solid self-confidence, auditions really really like bring you down and tamper with your self-confidence. So I'm still trying to go through that, because for me, growing up, wasn't really encouraged to do music. It was more encouraged on the educational things, like your books, you need to do well and all that stuff. So I just thought, okay, maybe I'm just good in my books, until now that I'm starting to venture more into music. And I think my self-confidence has gotten better now, but like every time going to audition, there's that little tiny piece of doubt, that sort of takes me a step back. So for that day after doing the audition, I allow myself to just go into the room and cry and literally have some ice cream. Literally have some ice cream. Or if I need to go to the beach, because the beach sort of like calms me down, then I go and take a walk at the beach. And then afterwards, I'm like, okay, girl, what's the next step? So that's my process. And then the other audition that I attended was the Spirit of Praise. So in that audition, yeah, we sang, and then they just chose while we are all on stage, like, we want you, and no thank you, and all that stuff. Again, they just like, oh, you have a beautiful voice, but I don't know what the problem was in that one. But I have to say, shout out to the team that was hosting those auditions, as well as the Women in Praise ladies, because so I auditioned, and I think around 1 o'clock I was done. But then I was taking the bus at 9 p.m. and then I needed to go back to work the following day. So I'm like, I'm not going to go to a park station and just sit there until 9 p.m. So I spoke to Ubabnezim. I'm like, can you please allow me to just sit? They weren't allowing people to watch other people audition. But then I'm like, I'm waiting for the bus. I've got nowhere else to go. The friend that I slept at, her house was like 45 minutes away, and she was at work. So I can't expect her to come fetch me, leave me at her house, then take me in the evening again to Park Station. So I asked them to just sit there and everything, and they were okay with it, and they really looked after me. They came and checked, am I okay, do I want food, do I want water, and everything. So I was really grateful for them looking out for me. And then I think around 6 o'clock, they were just like, okay, just take an Uber and go wait at the park station, because if you go later, then what's a big good when you get off. So they helped me a lot. And then the two last auditions that I've done this year were the online auditions that was for J Something Created Home, and the Prince KB one. J Something, again, you had to get people to sort of like boost your post and tag him together with Converse, who was also the sponsor. Unfortunately, didn't go well. And then the last one was the Prince KB one. I think it's beautiful what he did, because initially he was gonna choose one winner, but instead of choosing one winner, he decided to choose 10 other ladies, and they're creating an album, I'm assuming with 10 songs. So I think it was very nice what he did, and also giving other ladies an opportunity. But yeah, no, I didn't make it on those auditions. And after that, that is the last time that I did auditions. I'm not doing auditions anymore, because it's really not nice. It's a roller coaster. So I decided to just like find something else, try other ways to get myself and my music out there. But auditions, no thank you, give me zero. But yeah, and that's the end. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, as well as subscribe, and let us engage down below on the comments.